Hi, welcome to another interruption. This week, we're going to interrupt you with a question. Is Easter a pagan holiday, and should we celebrate it? Some food for thought. The word Easter is found in the Bible, but only in the King James Version. Acts 12:4 says, "And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people." Why just the King James Version? That's a pretty lengthy discussion, maybe for another time. But what is its origin? Well, originally, a Saxon word, E-O-S-T-R-E, Jouster is how it's pronounced, is talking about a goddess of the Saxons, in honor of whom sacrifices were offered about the time of the Passover. Hence the name came to be given to the festival of the resurrection of Christ, which occurred at the time of the Passover. The name, which has been attested as early as the 8th century, is believed to have derived from an annual sacrifice in honor of Jouster, the Anglo-Saxon spring goddess. The Eastern Church, following the practice of early Jewish Christians, first observed the celebration on the 14th of Nisan, the first day of Passover. Now, the Western Church, following the gospel accounts of Christ's resurrection, set the festival on a Sunday, the first to follow the new moon, which occurs on or immediately after the spring equinox, as determined by the Council of Nicaea. Thus, the dates for Easter may range anywhere from March 22nd to April 25th. If the word Easter has a pagan origin, should we avoid using it? No, it doesn't mean we can't use the word. In fact, many words we use in modern time have pagan origins. How about the word Saturday? It means Saturn's Day. That's a phrase that's used in ancient Roman pagan belief that the god Saturn had influence over the day. You know, there's an error in argumentation called the genetic fallacy. The genetic fallacy says that if the origin of something is bad, that what comes from it cannot be trusted and should be avoided. You know, it's like saying you can't go up to a thief and ask him directions. Because he's a thief, he doesn't know directions? That's not exactly true, is it? Likewise, the origin of a word in pagan history doesn't mean the entire celebration that the word signifies in modern times is now somehow tainted and ungodly. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, "Whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God." I say celebrate Resurrection Day. But nevertheless, Romans 14 says it is up to the individual to be convinced in his own mind. Are you convinced that when you celebrate, you're celebrating Jesus? If you're doing the right thing, keep on. Till next time.